joining us to preview the season opener and, of course, talk about what to expect this season is a sports journalist, Robert Wheeler, joins us this afternoon. Robert, good afternoon to you. An exciting time ahead when it comes to football in England.
Yeah, definitely. It's start of the Premier League season. It feels like football hasn't really stopped. Only last month I talked about the Club World Cup, but football never stops, and the Premier League's back tonight, and a proper competition that I think the whole of England is looking back to getting involved after the Club World Cup, which not everyone maybe got on board with.
Exactly. I mean, right here in Nigeria, we're also looking forward to that. I mean, it's exciting season with Liverpool adding several big players, Florian Wirtz, Jeremie Frimpong. How do you see this signings shaping their defense, their title defense this season, going into their first game against Bournemouth?
Yeah, so I think Liverpool are a club that are still mourning, obviously, Diogo Jota, so we don't know how that's going to affect them, but they're just won a Premier League, and they've strengthened, like you say, with Florian Wirtz, Milos Kerkez, Jeremie Frimpong. They've got a fantastic team, and that's what you've got to do if you're going to have to retain your title. But Arsenal strengthened, they've finally got a striker. Chelsea have just won the Club World Cup. I don't expect Man City to have such a bad season in the upcoming campaign, so hopefully there'll be more of a title challenge, because Liverpool, they ran away with it last year.
All right, Bournemouth have lost key defenders but brought in reinforcement. Do you think their backline can withstand Liverpool's attacking power? Can they cause an upset in tonight's opener in the Premier League?
Yeah, you never know with football. I mean, it surprises us, and that's why we love it. But I think they've lost Dean Howson. I think that's going to be a massive blow. He's joined Real Madrid. Zabarnyi, he's joined PSG. I think it's going to be a difficult season for Bournemouth. They did fantastically well last season, but fell away a bit towards the end. But I think they're in for a tough game and potentially a tough season.
All right, let me come to James. James, given Liverpool's dominant head-to-head record against Bournemouth, how important is it for the champions to start strong and set the tone for the season?
Well, definitely they have to. Okay, other teams have recruited the likes of Arsenal, Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea, and even Tottenham. Okay, yes, they have acted as champions. Talking about Liverpool, they've won the league and still went to the Spurs, breaking records, bringing in Florian Wirtz, bringing in Hugo Ekitike, Jeremie Frimpong, Milos Kerkez as well. And looking at the first game, we cannot underestimate what Liverpool always enjoy doing on first days of the league season, especially their talisman Mo Salah, who loves scoring on the first day of the Premier League season. For Bournemouth, yes, a little bit shaky in the defense, okay, based on the fact that Dean Howson as well as Zabarnyi have left the club, but they have been able to bring in decent recruitment, and you begin to ask yourself, how quickly can this defensive recruitment get to gel with the team and produce outstanding performances as we saw Bournemouth last season? It's going to be a very tricky test, because one thing this Premier League season is going to give everyone is the fact that we cannot really say which team is going to come out top. There are so many very interesting teams, and even the medium teams have really recruited and brought in some very excellent signings, which will help to make them compete against bigger clubs in England.
All right, let's take a look at the fixtures we have this weekend, starting from Liverpool, if we can have that on screen. Liverpool takes on Bournemouth later today in the Premier League, and all the results will come up on Friday. We're hoping to have that right on your screen. Aston Villa against Newcastle, is Brighton against Fulham, Sunderland against West Ham United. It will be Tottenham against Burnley, Wolverhampton Wanderers against Manchester City. That's a Friday and Saturday fixture. Of course, there's a blockbuster game this weekend. I know Manchester United, Arsenal, that's a big game to watch out for. But let's take a look at players and their transfers, activity of club side so far this season. Chelsea have done quite a number of business in transfer market. Joao Pedro, amongst others. Look at, the players that they've signed, in transfer market. And, a lot of persons are saying Chelsea is getting set to compete this season in the Premier League after getting to win the FIFA Club World Cup. You move on again to, Arsenal getting players also for themselves. This time around, they're getting key strikers. First of all, Kepa, Arrizabalaga, goalkeeper as a backup goalkeeper to David Raya, Norgard also on the screens, and not forgetting also, you look at the likes of Gyökeres and Zubimendi amongst others. You go straight to Manchester United, they have Mbeumo, they have, Sesko, who just came in for the team, and quite a number of interesting signings they've also gotten for Manchester United as they look forward to go this season. Also, you look at Manchester City, also getting players this season. Josep Guardiola is not stopping, hoping to compete and also last season's performance behind him, and then not forgetting Tottenham. Tottenham also wants to compete. They've also done business in the transfer market. Guys, let me come to Robert. Robert, the top six, or as you may want to say, the clubs in England have gotten key strikers, key players for their club side. Which of these teams have done the better transfers so far? I know the transfer market window is still open.
I think all the teams are strengthened, really. Obviously, Liverpool, as we talked about, but Arsenal, they've finally got a striker in Gyökeres, which was kind of the missing piece. I mean, he's obviously been playing in Portugal, so I don't know how he'll fare in the Premier League. He was at Brighton, but didn't play, and then was at Coventry, but only played in the Championship, I think. But they've also signed Zabarnyi, which could allow Declan Rice to play a bit more further forward, I'd probably say Arsenal, but Chelsea as well, obviously winning the Club World Cup, and Sonny Liam, and Djordje Petrovic, they could challenge as well.
All right, James, your thoughts on the signings made by the club side so far? Which club have done the better signing so far?
Well, for me, I would have to say finally Arsenal have their striker. To some extent, a gamble because yes, he's a proven goal scorer, but sometimes the Premier League can have a whole lot of package waiting for you. Martin Zubimendi signing perfect for me, brings in control, brings in calm, brings in steel to the midfield, which is one area that Arsenal have been lacking. Liverpool as well, I'll put them in second. I'll also put the likes of Tottenham Hotspur. Yes, new manager Thomas Frank, but the signings that they have been able to make, bringing in Mohamed Kudus to the team, gives a whole lot of firepower to the attacking option, which was something that they were lacking last season, and even Chelsea too as well. Decent transfers they have done.
All right, decent transfer well, and I'm looking forward to the new season. Predictions, Robert, before I let you go. Liverpool against Bournemouth. On paper, they're favourites, but do you see an upset?
Yeah, I can't see it happening with, I think Bournemouth have weakened and Liverpool have strengthened their team, so I'll go for a 3-0 win for Liverpool.
All right, no problem. And thank you very much for joining. We'll look forward to an exciting season, hoping to hear from you very soon. Thank you very much.
Thanks.